This evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Begley.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. Things already rolling. And here's Haaland, and smartly reclaimed. Now it's Haaland. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. That's really well manoeuvred. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, I don't think you can beat Luke Shaw, Peter, when it comes to players coming good. Having suffered just about every setback imaginable, I'm delighted to see him finally fulfil his potential, especially on that attacking front.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes with the delivery.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Ahmad. Great defending, strong and determined. Valverde, nicely weighted ball, dinked through. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Both sides exercising caution for now. Hakimi. Messi. And here's Haaland. And this is Messi. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Inter! Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Now it's Ahmad. Manchester United are a team that take pride in possession.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. They like to be brave with the ball, get on it, have a go, Peter, try something different. They certainly...
Big chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And that has been cleared. Oh, that's a chance! It's a goal! Oh, but the flag's up.
And needless to say, he disagrees.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. Mazraoui. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Mbappe. Tries to play it through. In comes the corner. They've played it short. And he's gone backward here. There's the shot! And now they can spring out of defence. Mazraoui. Ahmad. Menu. Now it's Xerxes. Robertson calmly anticipates. Mbappe. Approaching the half-hour mark. Ahmad. Hakimi. And here's Messi. Distributed tidily. Hakimi has it out wide and in space. And that should get the job done. That's an imaginative pass. Mount. Foot in. And he's managed to get free. Now it's Haaland. Shaw. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, good spread. Diallo finding himself in space. Oh, there's a probing ball. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Bruno Fernandes. Just 5 minutes left until the break. That has been cut short. Mbappe. Ahmad. Zirkzee. Now it's Mount. Great vision. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Here's Ahmad! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, I think the defence deserves credit for the way they were quick to close him down.
And that's an excellent interception. Matheus Cunha. And here's Zirkzee. That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. And the referee has signalled for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Inter Milan go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps, that's not too much to ask.
Inter Milan looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0. Back on the way then. Inter Milan currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Now it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, Red, nice interception.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Real chance! He's had it taken off him. Bruno Fernandes. Here's Matheus Cunha. Shaw.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
And the shot! He's got away with one there.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Valverde wins the duel this time.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Looking for options for movement. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Ahmad just eases him off the ball. Akanji.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.113 spettatori.
Just about up to the hour now. He's a sharp little ball here. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Mbappe, now it's Haaland. Nicely worked. Takes a shot! And there's a goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Inter Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Mazraoui. Robertson gets a foot in here. Haaland. Inter Milan are looking to break at pace. Mount. Now that looks a decent ball. Ahmad. Now there's a fine ball. And the shot! And it's in! Just 1 goal in it now! Game on! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Manchester United cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Now it's Ahmad, opts to play it back. And it's Menu. He's going for goal! Oh, he'd love to have another go at that.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment.
Attenzione, un cambio.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Shaw. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And a header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was anything but.
Aimed beyond the defence. Well, that looks a cracking ball.
Inter clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Mbappe, chance here to counter. Inter Milan, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Menu, that's a good ball out wide. Now Mazraoui, good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. And he's picked it up out wide.
Inter can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
And here's Haaland. Mbappe. And the finish! It's in! Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Gol per l'Inter. Ha segnato all'89esimo minuto. Numero 11.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Messi. Nicely spread. Space for him to turn and look. Can he get on the end of this? And he's there to belt it away. Mazraoui has the space to scheme. And the referee brings it to a close. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration.